Spend every day with Jesus and discover every day can be an extraordinary day with God. Introducing Dr. David Jeremiah's new 365-day devotional, Every Day with Jesus. Inside this beautiful leather soft volume, you'll find 365 daily inspirational readings from Dr. Jeremiah, paired with selected scripture to challenge and encourage you in your walk with God. Easy to take with you and read wherever and whenever you need to connect with Christ. Every Day with Jesus is yours in appreciation of your gift of any amount in support of this program. This devotional is also a favorite Turning Point resource to share with others. And when you give a generous year-end gift of $120 or more, Dr. Jeremiah will thank you with 4 copies of Every Day with Jesus, 1 to keep and 3 to share with others. Let this daily devotional inspire you in the coming year to live every single day with Jesus, for Jesus, and like Jesus. Request yours from Turning Point today.
Hello, I'm David Jeremiah. If you watched the last edition of Turning Point, I hope you enjoyed our 2018 Christmas special, Make the Season Bright. It became such an instant favorite with viewers like you. We returned to the historic Beacon Theater in New York City in 2019 for another Christmas spectacular. I was joined that evening by some of my friends, including Jordan Smith, the voices of Lee, and Sheila Walsh. I also gave a Christmas address, helping to bring the eternal significance of the holiday to the forefront of our minds. So let me take you now to Times Square in New York City as we kick off Make the Season Bright on today's special Christmas edition of Turning Point.
When a million stars are dancing, sparkling in the night, the city comes alive with every sound and sight. Brilliant and entrancing, let your heart take flight. Let's celebrate the reason that makes the season bright. Light it up the sky. Turn it on, you can feel your heartbeat. Let it shine all through the night. It's time to make the season bright. It's a season filled with magic, the season filled with love. Let's lift our voices loud and strong to the heavens above. Light it up the sky. Turn it on, you can feel your heartbeat. Let it shine all through the night. It's time to make the season bright. See the wonder of the season through the eyes of every child. Hope and peace are on the air, and light and love are everywhere. Light it up the sky. Turn it on, you can feel your heartbeat. Let it shine all through the night. It's time to make the season bright.
Coming to you from New York City and the historic Beacon Theater, it's Make the Season Bright, Christmas on Broadway with David Jeremiah, featuring singing sensation Jordan Smith, music by Michael Sanchez, and the voices of Lee. with special guest Sheila Walsh. And an inspirational Christmas address from Dr. David Jeremiah. It's time to make the season sparkle more than you ever thought possible with Make the Season Bright, Christmas on Broadway.
Light it up like the sky. Turn it on, feel your heartbeat. Let it shine all through the night. It's time to make the season bright. Light it up, turn it on, let it shine tonight. It's time to make the season bright. It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all. When those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings, when friends come and call, it's the happy.
Please welcome David and Donna Jeremiah.
Well, first of all, I should tell you we're not going to sing and dance. That will make your life a lot better. But we just wanted to come out at the beginning of this night and tell you how thrilled we are to be back here. This is our 4th time to be here for this event, and it's just special every year.
You know, honey, Christmas really is the most wonderful time of the year, isn't it?
Let's get it all started, honey. Why don't you introduce our wonderful friend and host?
We are really privileged to have, for the 2nd year in a row, the greatest hostess there is, Sheila Walsh.
Christmas truly is the most wonderful time of the year. And would you agree with me that Christmas is also the most timeless time of the year? For generations, we've gathered with loved ones around record players, around pianos, radio or television, sometimes now even a computer, to sing heartwarming carols of the season, written many, many years before. At Christmas, traditions of all kinds and family come together in one place to celebrate the precious memories of the past and make new ones for the future. Whether celebrating in 1939 or 2019, there's no time quite like Christmas, and there's no place quite like home for the holidays.
You can't beat home, sweet home.
For the holidays, you can't beat home, sweet home. Home, sweet home.
You're watching Make the Season Bright, Christmas on Broadway with David Jeremiah. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Voices of Lee.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with string. These are a few of our favorite things. Da, 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 da.
points, tempted as we are, yet without sin. This is referring to Christ. Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace, that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in the time of need. If there is no Christmas, we cannot have hope. In a world ruled by the sword, this teacher spoke of perfect peace. In a world of violence and retribution, he spoke of loving your enemy. In a world of death, he offered hope of life for now and for beyond the grave. He has offered us this gift, and the question is, have we received it? We must believe in him because he invites us to a life that makes sense. We must believe in him because he alone can forgive our sin. We must believe in him because, as he said, he is the only way to the Father. He came, as we celebrate at this season of the year, to offer us hope in the midst of a hopeless world. Christina wanted to leave her poor Brazilian neighborhood. She wanted to see the world, discontent with a home having only a pallet on the floor, a wash basin, and a wood-burning stove. She dreamed of a better life in the city. And one morning, she slipped away, breaking her mother's heart. Knowing what life on the streets would be like for her young, attractive daughter, Maria hurriedly packed to go find her. On her way to the bus stop, she entered a drugstore to get one last thing: pictures. That's right, she sat in the photograph booth, closed the curtain, and spent all the money she had on pictures of herself. With her purse full of small black and white pictures, she boarded the next bus to Rio de Janeiro. Maria knew Christina had no way of earning money. She also knew that her daughter was too stubborn to give up. And when pride meets hunger, a human will do things that were before unthinkable. Knowing this, Maria began her search. Bars, hotels, nightclubs, any place with the reputation for streetwalkers or prostitutes. She went to them all. And at each place, she left her picture, taped on a bathroom mirror, tacked to a hotel billboard, fastened to a corner phone booth. And on the back of each photo, she wrote a note. It wasn't long before both the money and the pictures ran out, and Maria had to go home. The weary mother wept as the bus began its long journey back to her small village. It was just a few weeks later that young Christina descended the hotel stairs. Her young face was tired. Her brown eyes no longer danced. Her face spoke of pain and fear. Her laughter was broken. Her dream had become a nightmare. 1,000 times over, she had longed to trade these countless beds for her secure pallet. Yet the little village was, in too many ways, just too far away. It seemed all hope was gone. Then one day, as she reached the bottom of the stairs of yet another hotel, her eyes noticed a familiar face. She looked again, and there on the lobby mirror was a small picture of her mother. Christina's eyes burned and her throat tightened as she walked across the room and removed the small photo. Written on the back was the compelling invitation: whatever you have done, it doesn't matter. Please come home. And she did. And God the Father has sent his own Son to our world with the same message. Whatever you have done, no matter how far away from God you may think yourself to be, it doesn't matter. God has made his forgiveness available to you, and he is standing with his arms open wide to receive you this Christmas.
Thank you for watching Make This Season Bright, Christmas on Broadway. If you enjoyed this program and would like to know more about David Jeremiah or Turning Point, contact us today. Merry Christmas from David and Donna Jeremiah and the entire Turning Point family.